When I started this YouTube channel, I didn't really know what to expect from it. I've done some other creative projects before in the past, some other group things that didn't always pan out super well or didn't really go anywhere. And I always felt like I was dependent on other people to do something. I had a hard time finding motivation to actually create something and to work on something. But when I started this channel, I set out on my own to prove not only to you, but to myself that this is something that I could do, that I could actually create fun, entertaining, engaging, informative content for you, the viewer. And I set out for a goal. I wanted to reach 5,000 subscribers in my first year, and I felt like I could make it. And now I'm excited to say that not only did we reach that 5,000 subscriber goal, we've actually flown past it. In like the 10 or so days leading up to this, I was still not at 5K and I was still really trying to make that push. You might have even seen the tweet that I put out at that time. And then since then, it has just accelerated greatly. And so all of this is to say thank you. I know. Maybe it doesn't seem like that long since I've done a video like this because I did something similar at Christmas, but this is different. This is the 1 year anniversary of my YouTube channel. Well, as it currently exists. I've had the channel for way longer than that. I think my YouTube channel is actually like 11 or 12 years old or something. So that hopefully that doesn't say too much about me, but we reached our goal. We reached over the 5,000 subscribers, and we have grown this channel way more than I thought I could have when I started this off last January. And I say we because I'm only here because you're also here. I would probably still be making some kind of content and doing something on YouTube now, but if it wasn't for you, the viewer who actually came to the channel, comes back to the channel and keeps watching, my YouTube channel and the Discord community that we have wouldn't be what it is today. And so I need to take a minute to just acknowledge you guys and say thank you for that. And thank you for your continued support. It really, really does mean a lot to me. And I can't wait for what's to come. Now, if you have been watching some of the recent videos or been on the Discord or seen a little bit on Twitter, I've been talking about that I had some announcements that I wanted to give on this video. So let's talk about it. This past year, we reached my goal of reaching 5,000 subscribers and we've grown the channel greatly. But now that we've reached those goals, we need to be talking about the new year. This 2024, what are we working towards? Now, I'm not going to get into all the nitty gritty, but I do want to give you the overarching goal of what we're working towards this year. And that is to make content creation my full-time job. In case you didn't know, you missed the messaging. I don't do content creation full-time. I only do it part-time because one, I'm very passionate and excited about doing it. And two, because I want to turn it into something full-time where I can eventually put more time and energy into it. I want to be able to bring you guys more. I want to bring you new kinds of content. Like there are things like game reviews that I want to be able to put more time into, but with my time being so limited, it's hard to put all that extra time and energy into playing a new gacha game or a different kind of game. Maybe it's not a gacha game, and then create a video reviewing it. It's hard to do that intermingled with some of the other games we've been primarily covering, like Punishing Gray Raven or Wuthering Waves that's coming soon. There's a bunch of new games that are coming this year that I'm really excited to check out, but not being able to do that full time is really difficult. And that's why we've made that goal to strive towards that place of making content creation a full-time job. So how are we going to accomplish that? Well, that brings me to my first exciting announcement. And what that is I actually recently just got signed to an agency. Now, this isn't an org. It's not like an OTK. It's not like an offline TV or anything like that. But I have recently been signed to an agency who's going to be helping me procure sponsors for the channel. That's going to help increase some of that support and help be able to bring more to you guys in that case. I still have full control over, what sponsors I bring, things that I talk about. And so I want to be very careful with what I am bringing forward to you guys, but that's going to help support me and support the channel in moving towards a full-time position. The second thing, and my second big announcement, is that actually, as of today, at the time of this video, I will be launching a Patreon. I want to make something explicitly clear with this Patreon. I'm not expecting and feeling entitled like you have to support me on Patreon for the content. That's not where I'm coming from. The Patreon is just something that if you are able to and you feel like I've earned your support with the content that I've provided you, I would love for you to be able to come over here and support me directly, to support the channel and my journey in content creation and working towards that full-time position. We've got 3 tiers here: the supporter, the backer, and the producer. And I just wanted to just highlight some of the things that I'm offering you. I can't give you everything right now because, again, it's still part-time. But here's what I'm offering for you guys if you would like to support me in this way. The supporter, you're going to get access to some Patreon exclusive channels in my Discord community, as well as you're going to be invited to Patreon exclusive game nights. This is going to be a minimum once a month where I'm going to come in, we're going to come into a voice channel, and anyone else who is part of that Patreon tier is going to be able to come in, and we're just going to have a game night, hang out, talk, play some games, and it's going to be a ton of fun. The next tier above that is the backer. And with the backer, yeah, it's a little more expensive, but it's just going to help me that much more. But also I want to give you something a little bit more in return. If you become a backer on the channel, you're going to be added to a credit window that's going to be added at the end of at least one of my videos that month, where your name will be displayed there that you want to have displayed from signing up and supporting me on Patreon. Now, this last one is probably going to freak some of you out when you're looking at it. It looks even extra crazy because it's in Canadian, Monopoly money. But that's the producer. This is, again, I just want to be abundantly clear. This is only if you are able to. I don't want anybody to be overstretching themselves. I don't want anybody to go into debt into doing this. But if you are in the fortunate enough position to be able to support, and again, you think I've earned it, I would love for you to jump in on the producer tier. And if you do that, I will be shouting names out at the end of videos for people who are part of that tier. I know it's a pretty big jump there, but as I said, there's the lower tiers. If you just want to be able to support what you can, I would always greatly appreciate that. Again, if you think I've earned your support. And again, if you're not in a place to support me financially, that is a-okay. Always liking the videos, subscribing to the channel, sharing the videos, following me on Twitter, and just engaging with the content overall is still so helpful, and it helps the content reach other people and continues to grow the channel. So always feel free to be able to support me in that way if you've been enjoying the content, guys. On top of that as well, this is unrelated to income, but on top of that as well, I want to start offering you guys more live streams. So I want to look at having at least a few live streams a month where you guys can come in, jump into chat, we can play some games all together, a new kind of content for you guys that we've done a little bit before, but I want to bring more to the forefront now in this new year. And now you may be thinking, Connor, game nights, streaming more, how are you going to fit that in with all the videos that you do during the week? Well, that's where we're going to have a little bit of a shift in direction for the channel as a whole. Going into this new year, there may be some weeks where I only post 2 videos instead of 3. If you haven't noticed, I post a video every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, at least for this past year, and that's still going to be the target moving forward. But there's going to be some months where maybe that night we're going to be doing a live stream instead of doing another video, or maybe that night is going to be a game night for the patrons who've supported me on the Patreon. Or it might just be me taking a little bit of extra time to play a game, get some good information on it, actually get a good in-depth knowledge and understanding of it, so I can turn that into different reviews and make that informative for you guys for other games that you might be curious about. I want to be able to bring you new kinds of content, and still being stuck with limited time makes it difficult to be able to give the quality you guys deserve in the content. So there may be some weeks where that gets changed up, but the target will still always be, 3 videos a week. As I've mentioned it a few times in this video already, that I do have a Discord community that you can come in and join for free. You don't need to join the Patreon just to join the Discord. We've got a lot of discussion in there, a lot of conversation around PGR, Wuthering Waves, and other games that are releasing. So feel free to check that out in the description for this video, and you can come and join the community there. 2023 has been the beginning of life change for me. When I started the channel, I was coming out of a fairly dark place, which maybe I could talk about in a future video if you're interested, but I was coming out of a really dark time when I started the channel. And when I started uploading, I didn't know where it was going to go. And here we are. And so I just want to end this video with saying one more time, thank you so much for the support. I hope you've enjoyed the content that I've made, and I hope you want to join me on where the content is going in the future, whether that's on Patreon or not. I don't care. And if you can't support me in that way, that's totally fine. I started with making these videos free, and I'm going to keep them free for you guys. That's not going anywhere. If you made it this far in the video, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Help grow the channel. It's a great way to help support for free. All right, that's it. Bye, everybody.